All right. Hey, everybody. It's Thursday, January 26th. Hope you're having a great day today. It's nice out there. It's sunny. It's a little bit chilly, but we're going to see some milder weather ahead. And then we've got some interesting weather coming our way next week. We'll just put it at that. We'll leave it at that. Just bear with me one second here. I'm getting my graphics all situated here in our new podcast studio. It does look like some colder air set to come in next week. And possibly some wintry precipitation. So we will be watching things closely. All right. Looking there at Fort Worth, looking good. And here's one of our TxDOT cameras. Also sunshine in that vantage point, and there I am. So hopefully you found us, and if you're watching on Facebook, then a big hello to you. I might be able to get to some of your questions as we go through this, and we'll also be addressing the possibility for some wintry precipitation into next week. So without further ado, let's get it going here. As we check on temperatures across North Texas, it is quite chilly out there. We're in the 40s. Earlier, though, we were down in the 30s, so we're stepping in the right direction. And we had a bit of frost earlier, but it looks like we'll be making it into the 50s later today with a good deal of sunshine in place. You can see a pretty quiet weather scene across Texas. And, of course, the big story earlier in the week was all the rain that we had and the snow that some of you had. And the severe weather. By the way, the tornado that touched down, the one that did all the damage in Deer Park and Pasadena, just east of Houston, was an EF3. The Weather Service surveyed the damage. They found EF3 damage yesterday down there, and winds 140 miles per hour. So a real destructive storm system. And, of course, we got the rain from that system, beneficial rain, and some of that snow that we had. Here's what's left of the storm system. Still a little bit of snow hanging on up in New England, but it looks like the last of it is pushing out. What you're seeing there across the rest of the Midwest and around the Great Lakes, that's a separate disturbance that's sliding on through. So it could be some travel impacts up in that part of the country. Otherwise, those winter storm warnings will be expiring here shortly. Some wind in the Dakotas, also wind in Southern California as the Santa Ana winds kick in. Temperature map here shows some frigid air to be expected up around Minneapolis, only 7 up there, and pretty chilly through much of the southeast. We're looking at temperatures staying in the 40s for Atlanta and Memphis only at 36 right now. Meanwhile, 41 here in Dallas-Fort Worth will make 53. Later today with sunshine, light winds coming in from the west, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. We should be around 58. We'll fall short of that today, but I think we'll make up for it tomorrow with a high on Friday in the low 60s. So looking good with sunshine and not a whole lot of wind tomorrow. Generally a southwest breeze around 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then this weekend, we're looking at a chance of rain, a low chance on Saturday, 20%. And then Sunday looks dry before the next round of precipitation moves in next week. And this could be multiple rounds of rain and perhaps some wintry precipitation. So let's get into it here. Let's dive in, take a closer look. Computer model here, the European model, is showing a pretty deep trough, sharp trough that's going to dig in to the west coast and the southwestern United States. And this could sync up. And if it gets in step with the cold air, then this will be a favorable setup for at least some wintry precipitation. This southwesterly flow that's going to develop, these upper-level winds coming in from the southwest, that is favorable for rain, and it could be multiple rounds of precipitation. And as mentioned, if there's enough cold air in place, then we will see some wintry weather. This is later in the week. This is Wednesday, next Wednesday, which, by the way, is the 1st of February. And it still shows the upper low well to the southwest over Baja California. So that is favorable for just kind of these little disturbances, pieces of energy to kind of flow up in our direction. And again, if there's enough shallow cold air in place, then this could be in the form of wintry precipitation. So let's walk it through. Today and tomorrow are dry, but Saturday offers a slight chance of some light rain. Not expecting any thunderstorms, at least here in North Texas, but there could be some patchy areas of drizzle or maybe a few spotty showers here. Farther north, some snow up around the Great Lakes and also in the northern Rockies. As we advance this, you can see that weather system moves east, so it does look like East Texas and Southeast Texas will see rain on Sunday and potentially a flooding concern over into Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. Meanwhile, some snow farther north, certainly into New England and out through the Rockies, and it looks like a bit of rain coming into California. Nothing like what they saw earlier in the month, though, with all that flooding. And then on Monday, you see the rain chance for DFW. I think it'll be late in the day. And can't ignore some of that pink that's showing up, and that could be in the form of some sleet or maybe a little wintry mix up into Oklahoma as this upper low starts to dig in to Baja California. So this will be a favorable setup for precipitation. Then notice on Tuesday, we're starting to see some of those brighter colors of pink through Oklahoma and out into the Panhandle, and that could certainly be a wintry mix, maybe some sleet. All depends on the depth of that cold air. Here's Wednesday. Notice multiple rounds of precipitation chances. Take a closer look here of Texas, and you can see DFW is still pretty much in the green area, indicating a cold rain, but that pink coloring not too far away, and that would indicate some frozen precipitation, a wintry mix, maybe some sleet, maybe some snow, especially in West Texas. It all depends on the depth of the cold air. The deeper or the thicker the cold air, the higher the likelihood of seeing that frozen precipitation. At the very least, it's a chance, but it does look like it's setting up to be west of Dallas-Fort Worth right now. And then Thursday, we may get some lingering wraparound moisture or wintry precipitation coming in with that north wind. And at this point, we're going to go with highs in the 40s. This is next Thursday, highs in the 40s. But at least those overnight temperatures could give us some wintry precip. So the greatest concern, I think, would be perhaps Wednesday night and Thursday morning. But at any rate, the precipitation, it's going to be beneficial. This is the cumulative total now through Wednesday, looking like 1 inch to 1.5 inches. And considering that this the duration of this event will probably go into Thursday, perhaps even into Friday, we'll probably pick up more than 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Heaviest amounts will be in East Texas. And the European model here shows the average or the mean at about 1 to possibly 2 inches of precip. So we'll take it. We do need more. We've got about 1 inch deficit. Temperature-wise, we're looking at the milder weather as we go into the weekend. Highs briefly topping out in the 60s Friday and Saturday. It's not going to be warm by any means on Saturday with a high of 63 because there will be a bit of wind, and that'll certainly add a bit of a chill. So kind of jacket weather, but still not bad to make it to 63 on Saturday. Clouds will be with us, though. So kind of a gray day, maybe a few showers, light rain or drizzle. And then as we look farther out, this is when we get some of the cold air, highs in the low to mid 40s for a couple of days, especially Tuesday and Wednesday. And we have to watch those overnight lows as they get close to freezing. So this is, of course, coinciding with the waves of moisture and that upper level pattern that will be favorable for precipitation. There's the travel map looking ahead to Friday. Little clipper moves through the upper Midwest. The rest of the country looks pretty good if you're traveling. That system kind of grazes the Great Lakes as we head into the weekend, and perhaps some more snow in the northern Rockies. There's our rain chance showing up on Saturday. And again, the temperatures will be the big story, and it's just all about that Arctic air. How far south can it make it? Fast forward there to Sunday. High temperature below zero up in Bismarck, North Dakota. Let's hope that Arctic air doesn't make it this far to the south, but I have a feeling it's going to get into Texas next week. You can see it's starting to show up there in the Panhandle by Monday, and our high temperatures will be dropping. So really, if you're trying to get away from winter, you'll have to go in far south Texas next week or Florida That'd be a nice spot right about now. All right, let's check the 10-day forecast here, and we'll see that we're looking at temperatures holding steady in the 50s today, below normal. We should be around 58, but we won't quite make it today. Tomorrow, we're going to make up for it. It'll be cold in the morning, but then 61 with sunshine. Weekend forecast looks cloudy with a chance of some light rain on Saturday, spotty showers perhaps, or maybe a little drizzle around. I don't think it'll be enough to wash out your plans outdoors. Sunday looks dry, a little cooler, and then we're watching Monday closely. Looks like a cold rain Monday into Tuesday, but we'll have to watch those overnight lows as they get close to freezing, especially on Wednesday. Low temperature 34, so there could be a little wintry mix or perhaps a few sleet pellets mixing in with that rain chance, holding at 30%. And then same thing on Thursday, and we may even have to stretch this out into Friday as well. So stay tuned. This is the time of year. Of course, February begins on Wednesday, and February is known to give us a few bouts of winter, especially in La Nina years, which is what we are experiencing right now. So hopefully that went through. Let me double check here on Facebook and make sure that everything's going through. Hopefully you're able to watch that without any issues. Thanks for joining me. We'll do this again tomorrow. Make it a great day, everybody. Talk to you later.